Hey, how's it going today? It's 20th of May, Monday. It's a new week, and we're taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities we can find. In this video, let's take a look at semiconductors. But before we do that, I thought it might be worth taking a look at robotics. I think it's very when it comes to processing power and semiconductors, that's really, very important, right? So how fast things would be moving later, if not right now. First, let's take a look at statistically uh, density, right? So that would be how many robots there are across the globe and within what countries, right? So that would be in Korea, South Korea, that would be 932. And we take a look at density, right? Singapore, Japan, Germany, Sweden, Hong Kong, United States, Chinese, or I would say Taiwan, from there progressing to China, Denmark, and Italy at number 10. So that will be overall output and manufacturing and the replacement of need of having people working in factories, right? Then take a look at density for every person. I think it's 10,000, right? How many robots they have? Sometimes they could have 224 in case of Italy, right? From there, let's take a look at semiconductors and how UK is performing. I don't know. I was taking a look at where UK is on the scale. I wasn't able to find. I think it would have been, we take a look at density, which should be somewhere at a world average. I would say somewhere UK is somewhere up there, but I wasn't able to find it. Perhaps I need to take a look at most up to date numbers. And so these numbers are 2020, and so it's perhaps 4 years old. Perhaps UK somewhere up there, right? But that's not the point. The point is what UK can do now when it comes to apprenticeships and semiconductors, right? Quickly, if we can reflect on the week overall, we just finished week 142. It was a great week. I have some family members to visiting, so I guess they just arrived, so the last couple of days or so. So I need to stick with my routines, I guess, and the systems. That will be week 143. I won't be doing too much. I think I'll still be working most of the days, but I still need to socialize, I guess, and spend some time with family. Other than that, great week. We're gonna be sticking to the same structure. We're gonna be closing to and or taking a look at government contracts in the week. Other than that, there's gonna be meetings. I haven't got too many of those planned as of now. Let's take a look at this press release. That will be a new independent institute to steer UK semiconductor innovation and support semiconductor strategy. UK Semiconductor Institute announced to support key components of government semiconductor strategy. As of now, I don't think UK is doing as much as it should. I think I can't remember now the exact numbers. I think it's only placements, only 13 people in semiconductors industry, and that's apprenticeships, right? Only 13. There should be about 50. Oh, if not more. With expenditure to military, right? So where the finance would come from, where those innovations might come from, 2.5% of the entire GDP. Even that would cover those 13 semiconductor professionals, not to say 50. So if your case, where are they gonna put those professionals? They can export them to other governments if they don't know what to do for them, right? Either way, any independent institute will be asked or tasked with building on government's 1 billion strategy to grow semiconductor sector. With independence from the government, institute will promote the voice of industry. New body will be a single point of contact to promote and security investors and attract foreign investors in British research expertise. Perhaps there might be some opportunities, right? I was taking a look at South Wales, and I was trying to raise some concerns within governments, including South Wales. perhaps they would take things more seriously, raising some concerns, right? But either way, so if not, but let's see if we can reach out to some of these people within this institute. A brand new independent UK Semiconductors Institute will, for the first time, bring together government, universities, and all private sector to support key components of the government semiconductor strategy to grow the sector, which is backed by 1 billion. Okay. Let's continue. Our aim is that the future that the institute will be established an independent organization tasked with making sure chip research has the tools and infrastructure needed to drive the work forward in these sectors areas and cover the innovation into a market ready products subject to final checks. Okay. As for the International Semiconductors Agreement, our made institute will also act as a coordinated entity entry point for the technology business and all international partnerships who want to work with UK semiconductor sector to boost innovation and research and all commercialization. I mean, it's great that they have that. Before then, I was trying to reach out to a couple of people. There's no response, so perhaps they would have dedicated person who can respond for comment. So that's somewhere to begin with, right? Until this point, there was nobody to respond, right? And if myself, I'm raising some concerns, perhaps others did that as well. So people do some thinking. So what are people thinking? Building on a key focus on semiconductor advisory panel, the institute will also bring industry together to boost the specialized skills needed to help grow this sector, which will build on 4.8 billion backed for 11 skills programs across UK announced earlier this year. Announced 1 year on from the launch of National Semiconductor Strategy. The institute will set its key focus areas in line with those identified by the strategy, which identify British strengths in compound chips design and research and development. Myself, I even was taking a look at aviation, right, with some of the industry leaders like Airbus. The Boeing perhaps taking a backseat for time being. Hopefully they can bounce back as soon as they can, as well as some of the companies in China who potentially would be overtaking Airbus within the next 10 years. So this is what potentially what's going to happen. So other players in the market is doing. If currently there's a lot of players interested in some of the sectors, and if UK won't be able to put things together, perhaps it's just a matter of time, right? Since the launch of the semiconductor strategy, the government has launched a Chip Start, a pilot incubator for startups, technical and or business help. They need to help bring new products to market and invest 22 million into innovative and or technology centers in Bristol and Southampton to help bring new UK chips technologies in the global market, right? I think it's aviation, but either way, if I had to place my bets, but either way, the UK has also secured across the Horizon Europe 1.3 billion euros, so that's not pounds, right? Chip joint undertaking and made sure that UK Infrastructure Bank can invest its 22 billion of financial capacity into semiconductor manufacturers. This enabled the bank's 60 million contribution to Pragmatic's latest funding round. After extensive industry engagement, the creation of the UK Semiconductor Institute is a major step towards implementation of UK Semiconductor Infrastructure Initiative, which was announced in the National Semiconductor Strategy in 2023. It was a key recommendations in the report commissioned by there's names there, but not necessarily. I would say it supported the Institute for Manufacturing and support the Semiconductors Advisory Panel. Some of those panels, or the time to produce a report, sometimes can take 9 months, right? So 9 months, and from there, perhaps after the report, they decided to put together perhaps or hire well, sums of money. We're talking about billions here, so perhaps hiring 5 people, 9 people, putting together a board to oversee this market would be very important, in particular in such critical markets, including aviation, if that's what UK is interested in. I would say robotics and all the overall output should be at importance. I don't think UK cares about it other than aviation. If you would ask me, I don't know why. I would say I would place my bets on other things, but I think this is what UK cares about. Just the closest we deal with, right? So if China, the new liner, I can't remember the name of it, C919, I think that's the name of the liner, but might not be accurate, right? If they would be able to produce this liner within the next 10 years, and currently China is engaging with 36 universities, where those universities developing engineers and leaders, they will take a look at potentially 4,000 engineers who are going to be working on this project to overtake companies like Airbus. So this is how far and all this infrastructure was built just to overtake Airbus, right? So I don't know if that's aviation and if that's what the UK cares about, right? But I would say come back to robotics and perhaps output and manufacturing. That would be more of the importance, right? But they take a look at end product, right? I would say focus on the process, not on the end product. If UK would focus on the process, it would be a way better approach. But either way, just a finishing statement, right? Thanks for watching. See you next one.